Most agents, when the market gets hard, they freeze and they cut their marketing, they cut their coach, they cut even making calls, and they wait for things to get back to normal. And that's exactly what keeps them staying average. And there's a book that keeps coming to mind that I keep coming back to, and it's not a real estate book at all. It's called Antifragile by Nassim Taleb, and I genuinely believe that it might be the most important framework for building a real estate business that lasts. Here's the core idea. Some things break under stress. That's fragile. Some things survive under stress, and that's resilient. But anti-fragile things, they actually get stronger with stress from chaos and from uncertainty. So what does this actually look like in your real estate business? First, volatility is your advantage, not your enemy. All of the things that you see as a disadvantage right now in the market, or you could be seeing as a disadvantage, isn't exactly a disadvantage. Most agents treat a slow market or rising interest rates or 4 days on market like a natural disaster, something that's happening to them personally. However, anti-fragile agents flip the script and they ask, what does the market create that didn't exist before? Like looking at it, what is the opportunity? Rate buy downs, creative financing, conversations are now being able to have. Expired listings are coming back. Sellers who needed a real estate advisor, not just someone to put a sign in their yard. Every market shift creates a new door. Anti-fragile agents actually take the opportunity to walk through it. Second, small stressors actually build strength within you. Taleb talks about how muscles grow because of resistance. And if you take away the resistance, you actually become weaker. So think about like when we didn't have to use certain skills in the market, we actually became weaker in those areas. Same thing happens to your prospecting skills. If you didn't have to use them, they weaken. If you only take appointments when the market is high and you never build the skill that actually protects you when things get uncomfortable, you're not anti-fragile. Agents who called through 2022 and 2023, when the rates doubled, they're the ones closing deals right now without thinking twice. They were trained for it. They were made for this market. Agents who stopped, they had to start all over. Third, don't over-optimize. This is the one that most high producers need to hear. Taleb says fragile often comes from being efficient. When you remove all the slack from the system, it has no room to absorb the shock. So what does that look like in your business? That looks like one lead source, one referral partner, one type of transaction. An agent who built their entire business on Zillow leads, what happened when Zillow changed their algorithm, when they went to Zillow Flex and that went away. Anti-fragile businesses have redundancy, multiple lead sources, multiple price points, multiple relationships, not because they're inefficient, but because they're durable. We can actually over-optimize and become over-efficient, and it actually hurt us in the long run. So here's what I want you to do this week. Look at your business and ask these 3 questions of yourself and reflect. 1, what am I avoiding because it's uncomfortable? That avoidance is making you fragile. Second question, where am I one change away from a crisis? One lead source, one agent, one relationship, carrying everything. That's fragile. And number 3, what market condition would actually help me if I repositioned myself right? Find that door and walk through it. Agents who win over the long run aren't the ones who predicted every market shift. The ones who succeeded are the ones who built businesses that benefit from the fact that nobody can actually predict anything. And that's Anti-Fragile. Read the book, but more importantly, audit your business. Ask yourself those questions, because the market is going to keep throwing chaos at you, changing. The only question is whether that chaos makes you or breaks you. If you would like to do that audit together, reach out. That's exactly the conversation I have with agents who join our office, or as they explore the option, or if I'm coaching them. So I'd love to hear from you. And just remember, you get to make the choice if you want to be anti-fragile or fragile in this market and the coming markets. Have a great day.